Bryce and Concetta on Triple J, and you've been hearing it all week, the brand new record from Gretta Ray, Positive Spin. We've got it as our feature album, so you should get very familiar, and what a pleasure it is to get so acquainted with it. And look, so much to unpack in the album. We're just two humble tradespeople. Can we get the CEO of the company in? The maker of the album, Gretta Ray, is here. What's up, Gretta Ray?
Hi. How are you guys?
Hey, we're feeling good, man. I mean, we got to ask how you're doing because, I mean, looking at the laundry list, it's like a Looney Tunes scroll, you know, it's like it rolls across the ground. You've been supporting Gang of You, Sam Fender, non-stop appearances in the record shops, meeting with the fans. They're giving you gifts. You're chopping it up and hanging out outside of work hours with them. You're doing all these things. You're gearing up for your own tour. Like, how's the energy levels? How's just, I don't know, the body feeling?
Well, like, how are you?
Yeah.
We just want to check in, Gretta Ray.
Thanks, guys. Oh, I'm very grateful for you asking that. I am good. It has been like a very full-on time, but in a very rewarding way. I think particularly with this record, like I had such a vision for it for so long. So getting to this point where I'm getting to share it with everyone, like it feels really good to be able to kind of work as hard as I can for the sake of the record and just, tell everyone how much I love it.
I wonder if there's been a highlight from, it's just looked really special, particularly hanging with fans and signing records, and I'm seeing them giving you custom bracelets and gifts and stuff.
You're wearing the colours, the pink and yellow. That's so cute.
Has there been a highlight for you?
The release week itself was a really busy week, but the highlight is 100% seeing the fans and getting to interact with them and just getting to hear about how they're bringing this new music into their lives and what it means to them. I think one of my favorite things is when they ask for a specific lyric to be written on the vinyl when I'm signing it. These two girls came, they're sisters, and I have a lyric in one of the songs on the album that says, "Your sister's proud," and they got me to sign it on both of their vinyls, and I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. So that's really special for me to see stuff like that.
Babe, you're going to end up in a tattoo for sure if you haven't already.
Yeah.
You know?
They love the tats. They really do. It's so cute, but it's like stressful because I just go into this zone. I'm like, okay, this is going to be a tattoo. It has to be my neatest handwriting ever in the world. But yeah, it's such an honor. It's really special.
Well, it truly is a pleasure to meet you from one girly bop to another. It's a true honor. And I am ashamed to say that, you know, each week Bryce and I come on the blower and we do have an attempt at drawing the feature album, and we just drew yours, which is essentially, if you haven't seen it, it's you on the cover. It's the female form. You're lying down, you're holding a book, okay? And I feel like maybe you've seen it, right, at Bryce and Concetta. I feel like you reacted to it. What are your thoughts, babe?
It was really impressive, actually. Yeah, one of them in particular got quite close, and I'm pretty sure one of you had a blindfold on.
Yeah, babe.
It was very impressive.
Can we get real though, Gretta Ray? Come on. It was
We're
terrible.
playing night. You can stomp all over us. I'm so sorry for desecrating your beautiful album cover.
Not at all. I loved it. It was creative. It was wonderful.
That's so nice to hear. I mean, it was so hard to draw, but it would have been goddamn hard to make this record. Positive Spin, which is our feature album all this week. Gretta Ray, joined by Bryce and Concetta. 80 to 90 songs. You had to whittle that down. I mean, I'm sure people have asked you, but how do you even start doing that? 90 songs is a beast.
Yeah, it was a lot, but I had a lot of time. I think I didn't really stop writing between albums. So my previous album, Begin to Look Around, I finished writing that in September 2019. And then I just kept writing, really. I went to London. I kind of intended to live there for a bit, and then the pandemic happened, so I came home. But I was writing in London. I wrote all throughout the lockdowns. And then when we were finally out of them and we were able to travel overseas again, I was writing overseas again. So many songs came out of that, I guess, 3-year period. But when it came to kind of getting the track list together, I had a real concept for the record by that point, and I feel like I knew, and my team as well, really knew what songs kind of resonated with that concept the best. So thankfully, it wasn't too difficult. And because we just poured all of our energy and love into the 12 songs that we chose, I'm so deeply attached to those ones now because we took that extra time with them. So, yeah.
Well, why don't we play a song off the album here? It's your feature album all this week, Positive Spin. We're talking to you, Gretta Ray. Would you please, we beg of you, to stick around and we can chat to you more about it after this?
Yes, absolutely.
With you on Triple J, and we are joined by Gretta Ray, whose new album, Positive Spin, is our feature album all this week. And darling, we are getting into it all this week. And I actually wanted to ask you, a little bit of interesting goss. Your track off the album Upgraded. Does Triple J potentially get a shout out here? I really need to know. So there's this lyric, you know, the song's all about you've upgraded, like you're going off like, see ya, XBF. The lyric is turn up your go-to radio station, your ex-lover's indie pop songs playing. Babe, is that us? Can you confirm or deny?
Yeah, I can confirm.
Oh, yeah. Got him.
See ya.
Got him.
Stick it to the... That's so exciting. We're famous.
Well, yeah, and like also just the fact that now Positive Spin is feature album, like it's my dream. It's such a dream that this album gets to be played on the radio, considering that lyric as well. Like it's such a fun song, that one. I wrote it in London with this amazing producer, Maestro the Baker. And yeah, I do remember keeping Triple J in mind when I was writing that particular lyric. And like, you know, this station's been so important to me and so supportive of my career since I was like 17, 18. So it feels really nice to have a little shout out there for sure.
It's fully been a journey, hasn't it? Like we think back to Unearthed High, like we literally just crowned Lee our 2023 winner, and going through the archives, it's crazy to see, you know, when you got crowned and when you won, and even I saw you sort of, we've been reflecting on the journey too, and it was this amazing. Not like before and after, but you put those two pictures together on Twitter and you're like, here's me at the start of my first album, here's me at the end. And it was like, you know, I don't know, would you call it like for you like a glow up, or is it the whole journey as an artist? I just thought it was such a funny contrast there.
Yeah, I think I just learned so much about myself throughout these album campaigns, really. And I think that going into the process of talking about the record consistently, like there's so much that you uncover that you just hadn't really thought about, really, when people ask you about it. And with the Begin to Look Around campaign, I learned so much over the course of that campaign about myself and just about kind of gaining confidence as a pop artist as well. Like that was really such a learning experience for me, because I wanted to kind of embrace this new genre that I was stepping into. But there's so much fun that comes with that you can't even prepare yourself for. And I had this absolute honour of performing at the ARIA Awards towards the end of that campaign. And I just felt very empowered by that point in the process. And it was, really nice to kind of arrive at that point. And it made me so ready. Like it really set me up for this second record as well. So, yeah.
Oh, well, it's like a beautiful journey to watch you grow into yourself, Gretta Ray. I mean, we've got a talk tour. The big pop show tour is coming. Fans are literally gagging and screaming for info. I mean, what are you most excited about? What can you tell us?
I think that I am the most excited for, I feel like it's only kind of really been a recent thing, I guess, since Begin to Look Around and since kind of starting to allude to this next record towards the beginning of this year. I feel like I have this really wonderfully, like I've always had a very loyal audience, but their enthusiasm and passion they've really turned it up a notch. And I see all of these familiar faces like in the front rows at my gigs now. And they bring these songs into their lives and they make these songs, you know, about their own lives, and watching them sing the songs and seeing how much the songs have come to mean to them. It's just so much fun to get to kind of perform the songs with them almost, because I'm working off of their energy because they're right there in the front row. And I think that that's been such a rewarding thing for me this year with the gigs that I've played so far, and getting to do it for like headline shows for this record, considering just how much we've been interacting and in the lead up to this record and celebrating it together. It's just going to be fun to do that in person.
Yeah, there's an energy in the air if you can get there. The Big Pop Show. It's Gretta Ray's tour. This brand new album will keep featuring it this week. Go find those details for tickets online. And what a pleasure, Gretta Ray. Thanks for stopping by and having a chat.
Thanks so much for having me.